Gary?
How did you know it was me?
Well, just you white people do look the same.
You do look the same.
I mean, if he wasn't skinnier than you, I would have thought he was you.
Brothers.
Yeah,
Us white people, we just look like darkies with the shit kicked out of them, don't we?
Yeah.
Is that racist?
No, you can be as racist as you
Chad,
want.
do you think that's racist? No. Are you racist towards white people?
I don't think so.
No, that's. You have to pull me up because you're a lot younger than me.
I don't mind blacks. I couldn't eat a fucking old one.
No, fuck it. Why do they taste the same? Eh? You know what? I've got big cocks, Liz. Because God fuck your hair up.
No, they just leave a fucking one treat the other, go to work.
But they've got white hands. I think it's the way they stack them when they spray them. That's what done all that. You right? Do you want to do that one?
Another fella walks in the hotel with a cross over his back. He said, "Can you put that for the night?"
Really?
Yeah. What do you reckon? Half bald?
Who's half bald?
That's what they give him, half
Yeah, and he's
bald.
fit at the back.
Give him half bald.
Right, so Gary,
Hello.
where'd you drag him from?
He was out here looking after my car.
Oh, okay. Well, cleaning your car.
He's in a boy band.
I told her,
Okay.
piss off. I said, my windscreen's alright, I don't need cleaning.
No.
Right, so Gary, we are here talking about
We
comedy.
are gathered here today.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't talk about my hair.
Mm.
So,
Do that.
you've been in the comedy game for about 40 years, haven't you?
On and off, yeah.
Yeah. And you've seen a lot of changes over the years.
It's gone bloody mad. It's all these youngsters, all this racist stuff.
Yeah. So, you remember the good old days, don't you?
That was good.
They were good old. Before we start, I want to do just a brief intro. So, Gary, we'll talk about you in a minute. Let's focus on Les first, because he looks dodgy one, doesn't he?
He is dodgy. Black cab driver.
Yeah.
So you never see their faces, you only see the back of their heads.
Well, that's racist anyway, because why are black cabs black?
Why are they called
Yeah.
black cabs?
Well, that's traditional, everybody knows, they're all over the world.
I mean, in New York...
What about your black mate? Your black mate who had a yellow cab?
Well, my black mate, we nicknamed him fucking prawns and custard.
Why?
Because he's black and he drove a yellow cab.
Les, is this thing natural, whatever it is on
No,
your
I'm
phone?
going to have it cut off.
Is it one of them?
Yeah, it's one of those, it's not benign.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
I've had them on my back, it's like, they're called ceratosis.
Oh, okay, right.
I thought
But what I was going to do,
he's got on his arse, I thought it was priceless in brown.
what I was going to do, my old mum's wise towel is like, you tie a bit of cotton round it, right, straight, tight, stops the blood flow, and it drops off. And it works.
Did you try it in your cock?
No, I didn't try it in my cock.
Why you got a cock then?
No. This isn't up there as I want now. No, it's true, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking tie
Why
the
you
cotton
trying
round.
it?
Or tie the old yellow ribbon round the old oak tree.
Right, so you've been a cab driver.
Tell him that he got pulled up by the old bill. He said, "What's this?" He said, "It's a spot check." He said, "I've got two blackheads and a boil." Yeah. Have you done
Go
that?
on.
So you've been a black cab driver for about 30, 40 years?
46 years.
46 years, so since 1974.
Correct.
Right. So obviously you've been shafted by the Ubers a little bit in the last few years, haven't you?
Without a doubt.
Yeah. And of course, you know the Ubers, they're all my lot, most of them, aren't
Right, what's your lot?
they? Asians and...
Asians,
And then,
well, you know,
and
I'm
Bain,
not
blacks.
racist, like, you know what I mean, but they are taking the piss, you know what I mean.
Taking over.
They're on sausage, you know what I mean. And
Sausage roll.
No, don't. No. Actually, most of them are Muslims, and so they don't eat pork, do they?
Right,
So
they're on the
sausage.
rock and roll then, they're on the rock
Yeah,
and roll,
yeah,
like,
that's
you know
fair.
what I mean. They could afford to go to Heathrow for £16, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's what you got to look at, ain't you?
Mm.
Child
But-
benefit,
Yeah, well...
They ain't always got loads of kids.
they're coining it in.
You've only got two kids, haven't you?
Well, more or less. But I
You're
mean,
not-
so a lot of them... Yeah, but I'm not a Muslim. I'm
you're not?
I'm a Sikh.
How can we tell the difference in?
It's sometimes very hard to tell the difference.
Is it the hats?
Partly the hats. It could be that some Sikhs have turbans, whatever. And they have a steel bangle on their hand as a sign of brotherhood.
So it's another name. You're being called the Turbinator, isn't it?
What do you call a Muslim with a lump of ham on his head?
Ahmed.
Mohammed. What do you call a Muslim with two lumps of Ahmed? More Mohammed.
Good, isn't he?
He's
He's good. Cab drivers always got jokes, haven't they?
Yeah.
They have to-
I bet he's got a few stories though, hasn't
Oh,
he?
fuck
I bet he's seen a few things in the back.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I bet he's done
Yeah.
some secret filming as well, you know, where he stopped over a bit.
Nah.
What about the
I'll
old,
tell you the story.
the old brass?
Yeah, I'll tell you the story. My mate, picked him up Victoria Station. This is gospel truth. As true as I'm riding a bike. He said we want to go to just
King's
past. Was it just past Brixton? Maybe Tulse Hill. Something like Tulse Hill. He said, Les. He said, fucking time they got in. He said, I'm driving along, clocking them in the mirror there. Like he said. He said they're fucking up to this, it's just down to him, he's down to her, and fucking Christ knows what, like. And all of a sudden, geezer's piped up, he said, here drive, where you going? Fuck knows, he said, I'm too fucking busy watching you two cunts in the back, he said, like.
It's easy enough done, isn't it?
Oh my, like, right, well, I was getting right at it, girl.
Who was the bird you picked up, the brass you picked up from King's Cross, took her to Chelsea, and you said 20 quid, and she said, I ain't got no money. She opened her legs up, said, take it out of that. And you said, got anything smaller?
I said, I've got no fucking change.
He said it looked like a ripped out fireplace, didn't it?
Yeah.
Looked like a car wash, post office van coming out of it.
Fucking man, I'll come.
Oh.
Well,
Two things in the world that smell like fish, and one of them's fish.
Yeah.
flapping about, eh?
Oh.
Anyway, so, alright, you've been a cab driver, you've seen a few things. Gary, you've been in the comedy circuit on and off for the last 30, 40 years,
Well,
on and
yeah,
off.
the last couple of years we ain't done nothing.
Yeah, I know, because of the lockdowns and everything. But we, what we want to do is we want to briefly just go through how things have changed over the last 30, 40 years in terms of comedy, because you worked with a few famous faces over the years, haven't you?
Right, yeah.
You worked in the Bend Over film, didn't you?
The first one, the first Bend Over film with
Bend Over.
Lindsay
Did you have to bend over?
Well, I didn't, but I did.
Oh,
I didn't have to.
right, okay.
See, and he's a British sleep job.
Paid the fucking bills, didn't it?
Yeah,
Cal?
what's it called?
Bending over, didn't it?
Well, I did. I think he's a British
So-
leapfrog champion.
So the Bend Over film, so that was Lindsay Drew, wasn't it?
Lindsay Drew and Lindsay Honey.
Lindsay Honey. And you've also worked with people like Jim Davidson?
Is he still alive?
Just about. Yeah, and you've worked...
Mike Reid,
Mike
Is
Reid,
he dead?
he died a few years ago.
Bernard Manning, he's dead, and he said he can't say that I
He was
didn't.
a bit overweight, wasn't he?
He can't say.
What's the other one, Jimmy? What, Jimmy?
Jimmy White, he was a
Nah.
Jimmy
he-
Cricket,
Yeah.
What, you worked with him, did you? Jimmy Cricket?
Jimmy Savile?
Jimmy Savile. Oh.
You worked with Jimmy Savile? Ah. Yeah.
Nah.
How's about that then?
Yeah, I called him a paedophile. He said that's a big word for an 8-year-old.
Oh, the other geezer, the large portion of helmet. What's his name? You worked with him?
Terrific.
No, that's Mike Reid.
That's what I said.
No, the other geezer, large portion of helmet used to come out with. He's still about now, still about today.
Mike Reid was good.
Come
He
from
was,
Kent somewhere. That area, around that area.
Jimmy Jones.
Jimmy Jones, that's it.
Kinnell.
Fucking hell,
He's
yeah.
still there,
That's,
he's still doing his
that's,
thing.
that's the one, yeah.
Jimmy Jones. Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I mean, Mike Reid was good, wasn't he?
Terrific.
But
Turn it in.
I mean, Harry could kiss that Pat. You got to be a good actor, you know.
Whoa.
Fucking kiss fat Pat.
That's what he said, didn't he? Old, the geezer I've never heard of, like the one that's on the in the wheelchair.
Tony Gerrard.
Tony Jerry, that's what he said, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a long push from Dartford Tunnel.
Yeah.
so, Gary, this top 10 list that you said, talent competitions, stag shows,
Well, that's how it was.
compare shows.
I started at 1983 was the first one, because all of a sudden the girl I was with was pregnant.
Oh yeah.
And-
Well, weren't you? Was it?
No. The girl I was with, she was pregnant. Debbie from Basildon, she was present. She was pregnant. and
Debbie
then-
does Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, that was her.
Yeah, but she was on the Fenchurch Street
She
line.
always had a fucking sore throat, didn't she?
She was on the Fenchurch Street line. So it's Debbie does Basildon, Tilbury,
Oh,
all
right.
stops to Shrewsbury there. She
Essex girls, would you expect?
Oh,
Yeah.
she only wore knickers, keep her ankles warm.
Yeah.
So yeah, what happened? We had trouble getting out. My brother-in-law, my sister's pregnant, so my brother-in-law had trouble getting out. So we decided to start doing talent competitions. So Paul, he was my manager, and off we went. We started going to talent competitions, going out on the piss all night, and then come back and say we never won nothing. And then we used to go and watch strippers. To watch strippers at the Rochford Hundreds at South Endway like that. And we give the strippers a lift home. So what we thought I thought she said that she wanted to go to Waverley. Well, you're a cab driver. So Paul said to me, I said, can we give these strippers a lift home? Because they were proper London strippers. I was on the roof nicking the lead.
Right,
So I said,
yeah.
can we give the girls a lift up? So I said, where are they going? And I asked them, and I thought they said Waverley, which ain't too bad, is it, from Rochford? But it turned out to be Aylesbury.
Yeah.
Fucking miles away,
That's
isn't it?
why they make fucking ducks, isn't it? Aylesbury.
And that's what it's all about.
Aylesbury
The
duck.
Aylesbury duck. Do you do the Aylesbury duck joke?
I know, yeah.
Well, you do it. Because
If I remember rightly,
Les probably knows more jokes. So what about the Ellsbury Duck?
I'm trying to think how it go. I know the punchline at the end of it. Like,
Can I do another one?
the butcher goes or something.
Don't just do the punchline. You've got to do two monkeys in a bath, one up one end, one up the other end. Can I do this one?
Yeah.
You think of that. He's got Alzheimer's and bulimia. It means he eats and eats and eats and forget to be sick.
Go on.
Two monkeys in a bath. You're still awake. You're still awake.
Yeah.
Tell
him his visa will be renewed soon.
Yeah, your visa. Yeah, my missus had plastic surgery, cut all her cards up. Like that. And the copper come round and he said, we found the bloke who nicked your old woman's credit card. I said, well, tell him he can keep it, he's spending less money than what she is. Do you like that one? Are you married?
No.
The reason I say that, I've done 2 gay clubs this week, the third time I've seen you. Why do they call you Lucky Lips? And a bit of boxing. Did you do a bit of boxing?
Yeah, when I was younger, yeah.
And they call you Lucky Lips because you've been punched around the ring. Is that what they call you, Lucky Lips? You didn't get lips like that sucking oranges, did you, eh? Eh? Undefeated your first 5 fights, didn't turn up. Eh?
Gary, going back that fucking Ellsbury joke.
Hang on, you're telling me.
I know the
Do the boxing jokes.
I know the punchline, but I don't know how it starts off.
Well, don't do it then.
He
You don't know the punchline.
He said, he says, put your hand up, Miles. Fucking you tell me where I come from or something. That's how it goes.
So that's as bad as texting. He's just ruined a bloody good joke.
The thing is, no wonder he only knows the punchline. He used to be a boxer.
That's right.
Well, I done a little bit. Like,
But he's a dyslexic. He was a dyslexic comedian.
Right, I was that lucky.
He punched up all the fuck lines.
I was that bad, Tan. I was that bad. Like they nicknamed me Picasso. And mates, what is that? I said, I was on a fucking canvas all the time. You know what I mean?
You went down that many times. You got cauliflower arse, didn't you?
He said, I never won 5. Was it? I never won 5 fights. You remember you telling me? I had 5 fights.
I've just
I
said
lost
that.
5 fights.
I've just said that.
I never fucking turned up for any of them.
Well, we've just done that. We can't do joke. It's not telling the same joke, but not 2 minutes after.
No, I mean, but I just thought about it and go, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit punch drunk, like, you know what I mean?
He might have a bit of Alzheimer's, you know.
A little bit of punch drunk there, like, you know.
He
Ain't too bad.
He weren't born with that face.
No, he wasn't. So let's talk about, because in the old days, Gary.
Old days. Is that
good old days?
That's ageist.
Oh, sorry. That's what I was going to say. There's so many jokes you can't do now. Like you just said, ageist jokes, which you know you've got to be careful. I know a little bit, but then you can't do sexist jokes, gender-based jokes,
Try and upset as many people as I can.
tranny jokes, transgender jokes. You know all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't do obviously the racist jokes. You can't do black jokes, Muslim jokes. You can't do.
Can I?
You can't.
What do you get if you cross a Jamaican with a Pakistani? A car thief who can't drive.
Yeah. Guess what his name is?
Go on.
I forgot now, Jack.
Double it.
No,
Me and him. Good night for me and fuck off from him. Quick impression.
No, that's it. Rude stand eyesight. Rude stand eyesight. That's the joke you just said.
There you go. Quick impression of a fella with a plastic hip. Quick impression of a fella with a plastic hip stand next to electric fire.
Where'd the other one go?
Let go, Liz, let go. There you go. We're a double act. Gary No Fark and Les good. We're a double act called No Fark and Good. So, quick impression of an ice cream man having a put.
Tony Bell, wasn't it?
Quick impression of an Indian fella locked out of his house. I'll go get in. Can we set go?
You can do.
Yeah, go.
Well, I worked at the Churchill Hotel years back, and we had a bloke there. His name was Mahatma Coat. He was a fucking cloakroom manager.
Was he?
Yeah.
Bit racist, boys. Is that a bit racist?
Mahatma Coat.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I think you got to offend. I mean, you know Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
I was listening to his speech which he made a couple of years ago about the right to offend and why he feels, not just him, but plenty of others like John Cleese has said similar things, that we should still have the right to offend when it comes to being creative and comedy and being vocal and saying what you want. Within reason. I mean, you don't want to say, oh, let's kill all, you know, you can't say blatantly violent stuff like let's go You know, like what the skinheads did in the 70s, that kind of thing. You can't say blatantly racist stuff, but
Hacky bashing, maybe.
yeah, stuff like that. And you gotta, but you still, now it's turned too far to the other side, so now people are just scared to. You look at the modern comedians, I mean, which one of them are really any good? I mean, there's a couple, but.
They're about as funny as Toothache.
Yeah, they Toothache can be funny, but it depends.
Ah, they are, I mean, you know.
But this woman, can't do this one, or do you want to do it?
Go on, you do
We've
it.
been doing it for over 35 years, so should I do it or you want to do it?
Do it.
This woman went to the dentist, big tits.
Yeah.
She was like that.
Not
She
good.
didn't have big tits, had arthritis.
Yeah. I was just going to say that, what better not?
You know, time is everything, Liz.
Yeah.
Time is everything.
I was
If
definitely
you're
going to do it, yeah.
If you're going to jump in, do it when I tell the joke.
Yeah.
Right, so this woman's gone to the dentist.
I don't know the punchline on that one, mate. I forgot it. Go on.
Woman's gone to the dentist. Dentist checked her out. He said, you've got to have a tooth out. She said, I'd rather have a baby than have a tooth out. He said, make your mind up, adjust the seat. This guy's, what we're talking about dentists is, we're talking about dentists. Dentists going to the dentist. This is acting, because we've done a bit of extra work. Dentist, guys walked in the dentist, sat in a chair. Dentist said, what's the problem? And he goes, I think I'm off. Dentist said, you what? She said, I think I'm off. Dentist said, you know what, mate, you're a psychiatrist. He said, what made you come in here? Your light was on. Are you offended by that at all? No.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy keeps getting up in the
Go on,
night.
tell him.
Keeps getting up in the night.
Pissing in the fridge.
Pissing in the fridge. Fucking light goes on and off all fucking night long. He's eating all the time, in and out of the fridge, all night long.
Which is why single men are fatter than married men.
Why is that, girl?
Because married men get up in the morning, look at what's in bed, and go to the fridge.
Why?
Single men look at what's in the fridge and goes to the bed. There you go.
Ah.
But go keep going.
What's the difference?
Hang on.
What's the
Hang on,
difference?
ask Tank. Tank said, is it alright to tell us? Go tell him.
Tank.
He's filming.
What, mate? Ted,
Yeah, go ahead. Feel
what's the
free.
difference between a Pope and a bird in a bath?
One's got hydraulics and the other's got dry bollocks.
No. One's got a soul full of hope, the other one's got a hole full of soap.
Do you want to do that one?
Done it.
Do you want to go on film and you want everybody to hear that?
I've done it.
It's
Go on.
alright.
Yeah,
You know,
good.
you're a double act. You know, you can talk the tank, piss out of each other.
We'll double it.
So, how long have you been a double act for now?
What's the time now?
10 past 2. Yeah.
Got a good Jewish joke, 10.
Jewish.
No, it's
yeah.
good off my nose.
No. Why they make synagogues round?
Cheaper?
So no fucker can hide in the corner of the collection box comes round.
Oh yeah, very good.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a black geezer at the bus stop. Right?
Go on.
Black geezer at the bus stop, the Jewish geezer walked past. And the black geezer said, what time's the next bus, Jew? He said, 5 minutes, you black fucker.
Yeah.
Is that right?
What's the 10? What's the definition of a tough guy?
Sorry,
What's the definition of a tough guy?
you tell me.
A geezer putting his cobblers full of mangle, get the blackheads out. That's got to be fucking tough, mate. He's in one of them old mangles. Put his cobblers through one of them and get the blackheads out.
Hey, we've got Chad here, he don't even know what a mango is. He's been brought up with washing machines and all that lot. Tell about the Asian geezer, when you said to the Asian geezer in the beach, and you said, do you wash him tired? He said, sometimes I wash outside. Did you do that one? You do that?
What's your time now? What's that side?
Yeah, I mean you've got to be so careful now. I mean, I think that part of the reason why there's so much mental illness these days, I know they're blaming it on lockdown and all that stuff, but I think there's more to it than that. People are scared to laugh and to tell or say things for fear of offending other people. So I think there is something in that we're all becoming a bit too sensitive, and everyone's too scared to say something, and that's why they're so
Stressed
kind of
out.
stressed out.
What happened about banter?
Hmm?
Banter.
Who's a wanker?
No, well, you, we all know that, but what happened to banter?
Banter. Banter. Was
Banter,
he?
there's always banter. I have a pop at you, you have a pop at me.
Yeah.
Les has a pop at me. And then we all, the two honkies gang up and we both have a pop at you.
Yeah.
It's a racist, it's not racist, it's just
It
there's
is.
more of us than you. Right?
Well,
So we just-
for now it is. But have you been to large parts of London?
it gets dark 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Spot the white man.
Oh, I like it when it snows, I can count them.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I was driving through Brixton now. What did they make here? Fucking filter Zulu.
Yeah, and Zulu was made in Brixton. I told you about that, my dog. my dog, then I'm driving through Brixton and I got puncher. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, and the dog's escaped. I thought, fuck. So I come home in the morning, she said, what's the matter? I said, where's the dog? I said, I was in Brixton, 2 o'clock in the morning, and fucking has opened the door, get the spare out, the dog's got out the back. Chad, the dog has got in Brixton, right, he's got out the back and he's fucked off. She said, what, you come home without him? I said, you want me to run around Brixton 3 o'clock in the morning going, Blackie!
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No, I know.
Or tarmac. Come on, do it.
No,
Two
I know.
blokes sitting pub 10.
Do you know the punchline first?
Yeah, having a right good drink, like two.
Right, you know the punchline?
Yeah, he's
All
gone
right,
like, yeah. My fucking missus, like, she's murdered, she's bingo at it. He says, every night, it's eyes down, looking clickety click. He said, you think you got trouble? He said, mine's a one-armed bandit, had you? He said, how would you like to wake up with a sore knob and a mouth of fucking tanners? Well,
Well,
That's
tell
right,
me
then.
about when you done a bingo.
what happened there?
Room for two, with a hairy view, 69.
That's the Irish fucking version, isn't it?
God, do your one. Got a short joke. You
Them little ducks.
No. Two monkeys in a bath, one up one in, one at the other end. Two monkeys in a bath, one's gone.
He's playing some monkey.
I do a monkey better than you. Two monkeys in a two monkeys in a bath, one's gone. Yeah, I said, put some fucking gold in there. We do that. What happened to you when you was at the zoo then? When you worked at the zoo, that gazer threw the penguin in the lion's cage. You was telling me about. Why didn't he eat? Why didn't the lion eat the penguin? Because he couldn't get the wrapper off. You do that one? I bought the wife a bunch of flowers. She looked at me, looked at the flowers. She said, I suppose you want me to open my legs. I said, what, you got a vase? Is that sexist? Would you say that's sexist?
Bloke in a swimming pool said to the girl next to him, one of these days I'm going to give you a right good ducking. She said, you ain't, not till you learn to say the fucking word properly.
No, little boy, no, let's get, sorry. Little boy and a little girl in the bath.
Right.
Little boy says to the girl on the duck you. He said, you can't even say it properly.
Yeah.
Good, do it again.
I've
Cut.
just done it, cut.
No, do it again, good. You can do something, good.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good, let's two monkeys in a, go on, tell that one.
What, two monkeys in a bath?
Two monkeys in a
There's a
bath.
lot of monkey jokes going on now.
Well, we thought we'd get away with it.
Yeah. That's what you
See,
could
some
say.
people got
But
fucking...
don't forget, all people originated from monkeys.
Well, he did
Well,
say
us
that,
as well.
didn't
Yeah, white people as well.
Yeah, this
No.
is
Like 100,000 or a million years ago.
I went on that job. Les, you might know more.
I'm not sure about the white light, but the other
And then
side.
slowly, we were all black first,
Right.
yeah. And then slowly we went from East Africa, some lake in East Africa,
Right.
Tanzania way. The white people that went up past, the Mediterranean further up north, they got lighter over the years, and then the others got darker,
Is that right?
apparently. So we're all monkeys.
Oh.
That's why he was so good earlier doing a monkey impression.
What's the one you told me about the Chinese? But what don't the Indian said? Why don't Chinese play cricket? Because they had all the bloody bats.
Is that what?
Because they ate all the fucking bats.
Yeah, so-
Do you want to do that?
that
Just
is
done
true.
it.
No, we can cut it and do it. Can you do it? But you've got to do a
I
couple.
can't know. I won't remember it. Good.
Yeah, I mean it's what was the best comedian you've ever worked with, Gary?
Jim Davison.
Yeah.
Ah, he's good, isn't
He
he?
could.
He's still, how old is he now? Is he about 70 odd?
Nah, he's not as old as me.
He's got to be 67,
And he's-
68.
Yeah.
He's
He's
definitely
around
in
his
his
60s, like, yeah.
late 60s, I would say.
First time I see Jim Davison, it's going back a good few
Because he used to
years.
play the black man, didn't he, remember?
Oh, chalky and all that.
Yeah,
He
didn't
could tell a joke.
Yeah.
But there again, I think he copied that off another one that was before him, didn't he?
Oh.
Like
I know you're not going to say
a
that.
Jimmy Jones or something like that,
No.
or he did.
Charlie Smithers used to do all that.
Right,
Harry
yes.
Scott used to do all that.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
But they all used to do it. But he could nick a joke. And also that's about Jim Davison. He could nick a joke and tell it better than the original. You know, he'll hold a little one-liner out for 10 minutes and he'll drag it out. He can tell a joke.
Saying the first time I ever see him was down in a place called Glazers in Watford.
Mm.
I'm going back 30 odd years.
Which is like a circus tavern is now. That's
Blazers, Watford, yeah. And also see him in Babes in the Wood, right? And the good thing about it was when we see him in Babes in the Wood, it was the last night of the performance of the whole lot, and they fucked about so much. It was unbelievable. Like he was picked up an apple and he's eating the apple, and as he's eating it, he's talking to people, and all the apples spitting out and going over him and everything.
They weren't Cinderella.
Cinderella. Yeah, I said Babes in the Wood, you're right. Cinderella, yeah. It was their last
With
night.
Charlie Drake. Well, my
And
mate.
Charlie Drake was in it, wasn't he?
That's what I'm telling you. We should have given. See, the other two blokes I wanted to introduce you to, Adrian Doughty and Danny Blue, was in the Oddballs, which was in that Cinderella as well. They done the naked dance in it.
Oh, right.
You know when they go to the party and all that. Look.
No, I didn't see that, was it?
Well, it was in it. It's in every
Are we
night
allowed to mention the Oddballs for some infamous person, or we're not going to mention?
So they got one ball or something.
No, there was some infamous person linked to the Oddballs. We're allowed to say who that person is or not?
No. Oh, well,
You know.
Jim Dozen.
No.
Oh.
You know.
Mm.
You know the one.
Yeah, him.
War Boys.
Ah!
That's right. Yeah.
Was you going to say that? Yeah. I was going to say. Honestly, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Well,
he was.
That's right. Yeah, he was. But a lot of them did. A lot of them, Danny was in all of them. Danny was the one going to dwarf throwing and all that lot. And he had a little midget with him and all that. But as the midget died, a little Asian midget that was in it.
Asian, didn't you?
Yeah, if you ever look at dwarf throwing, Lenny the Giant.
Right.
We done a little gig round here one night on an end night, and
Morning Hotel, I think you've done work here.
I've done them. Yeah,
We just only a couple hundred yards.
I know I've done a few of them.
Yeah.
There's like a room behind it, or something like a function room, or something like that. Just
Morning
up
Pub, yeah.
That's it.
Morning Arms.
That's the one.
Mm.
That's the one. But we done a little gig up here at Hainault, and all the women there. And Danny's come out, and he's got. Has anybody just had a baby? And this woman said, yeah. Yeah. There's about 300 women. Yeah. And I've got this woman. So he went. So you're right changing nappies? So he said, yeah. So you reckon you could change a baby's nappy blindfolded? She went, yeah. All through it, there's a dummy about that big with a nappy on, right? But as they've blindfolded her, they then swapped the dummy for Lenny the Giant. Little hairy midget about that thing. Ah,
Funny,
yeah. But no, War Boys was in there for a little while, but so was a lot of others. Danny was always there, and they get whatever male strippers they could to sort of chop it up. But War Boys was in there for a little while, yeah.
So who else? You mentioned a couple of other names that you work with, apart from Jim Davidson, who we know about.
Mike Reed.
Yeah.
Mike Reed.
Parties around his house.
What about Charlie Williams? Work with him. Alright, my flower.
No, he was up north, wasn't he? He was from up there.
Up north, yeah.
Mickey Flanagan.
Well, no, I haven't worked with Mickey Flanagan, but I do
Tim
like.
Vine, Lee Mack.
No, Lee Mack we did on Not Going Out.
Right.
We've done a bit of film extra work. We've done a wedding scene on it. Was you on that one?
Yeah.
I
I didn't work.
Yeah, I was on that one. And I do like that sort of comedy because it's quick fire. I mean, I don't get a lot of these others.
I worked on a whole series of Drop the Dead Donkey. Drop the Dead Donkey.
No, he's right the first time.
Yeah. You worked on two then, didn't you?
See, I thought they called him Donkey because of his knob. But I said, why do
Was
they call
it
you
'cause
Donkey? You always call
No, do you remember the comedy show, Drop the Dead Donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked. That was one of the first things I did. Did a whole series of it in the South Bank. You know the old television studios.
Yeah, the ITV studios. Yeah.
So that was good fun because we had some.
You've done loads, you haven't you?
I've done loads.
I try and impress him one day. What I've done, fucking hell, we've been doing it for years, and we started talking. I fucking really.
I've done.
That's
I've
what
done
we met, didn't we,
a
doing
few
it?
films. I've done loads of London's Burning, Silent Witness.
missed out
the
on that.
original Silent Witness.
I would love to do
Amanda
London's
Holden.
Burning.
What was you doing that? Was it an
I
extra
was a
side?
copper. I was
Yeah.
a copper there for
Oh,
the
was
whole
it,
series.
what, an extra like, or just...
An extra copper, but we had some features.
Yeah.
This is I'm talking about 25 years ago.
Coppers were used all the time.
You ain't been in the bill yet then?
I did loads of work in the bill.
Yeah, that's what
But the built.
I was a right copper. You couldn't really see me. So
The bill's finished though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bill finished
everybody,
about
everybody's been in the bill now, isn't
Yeah,
they?
but I
we
got
did
offered.
loads of work on the
I
bill.
got offered. Got
Shit
offered.
money, but we did loads of
I got
work.
offered, and they got cancelled. Got offered, it got cancelled, and then they cancelled it altogether. So I never actually went on the bill. But when I started, it was sort of, when did I start? Like 10 years ago, something like that.
Anyway, changing the subject, I was up in Liverpool not so long ago, right? And I heard that there was like, was it Pope Paul come to do a miracle setting, like a visit, like in the hall. Anyway, so Pope Paul's in the hall,
Yeah.
and he said, has anybody got any troubles, can I help them? So, nothing like that. Then all of a sudden, bloke shoots his hand up, he said, yes, you, he said, what's your name? He said, can't do it, Scouse, like
What was I doing a joke there?
He went, Peter.
Oh, it's alright, calm down.
Calm down. Peter, he said, Peter. He said,
Pedo.
Peter.
It's Australia.
Pedo.
It's Australia.
Yeah, Peter.
Peter.
He's Australian.
Peter. Put the elbow in the Barbie.
I can't do a Mickey Mouse.
What do you do if
accent.
if you cross in Australia with New Zealand? Do you know that one? Do that one?
Slice of bread. Got the butter there.
I'll take you serious, good.
I don't know, girl. I don't know. I'm just fucking mucking about.
Australian walked to the doctor. He went, "Doctor, got a cricket ball stuck up my bum." Doctor said, "How's that?" He said, "Don't you fucking stop."
Anyway, so.